presenting the transcription feature, Superman.
Up in the sky! Look!
It's a bird!
It's a plane! It's Superman! Now, Superman, mighty visitor from another world who came to Earth when the planet Krypton was destroyed by quakes and explosions. Superman, who can bend steel in his bare hands, leap tall buildings at a single bound, race a speeding bullet to its target, and walked about among human beings disguised as mild Clark Kent, news reporter for a great metropolitan paper. As our story opens today, Kent is passing through the city room on his way to the office of his chief, Editor Perry White of the Daily Planet, who has sent for him to discuss vacations. As Kent pauses at the editor's open door, Mr. White is reading a letter convulsed with laughter. Listen.
I beg your pardon, Mr. White. You sent for me, didn't you?
Oh, yes. Come in, Kent. Hey, get a load of this. It's rich. Close the door and sit down.
What's up? Something good?
I'll say it's good. It's a letter from Jimmy.
Jimmy?
Yeah, you remember him, young Jimmy Olsen. Used to be copy boy for the city room.
Used to be. Mr. White, Jimmy hasn't been fired, has he? I haven't seen him around lately.
Jimmy fired? Oh, of course not. He got sick. He helped his mother in a store. He was going to night school. We worked him pretty hard here at the paper.
Oh, say, that's tough. Jimmy was a mighty good kid.
Oh, he's all right. He's back at work in another month or so. We sent him off on sick leave. But you ought to read the letters that he writes me.
Oh, that's so? Why, where is he?
Up at a place on the New England coast. It seems he had an aunt near Margate Breakwater, a place called Lighthouse Point. You ever hear of it?
No, I don't think so. But Jimmy has an aunt, has he?
Miss Louisa Horn of Horn House.
Uh-huh.
Regular down east Yankee. But that's only the half of it. I think the boy's been reading a bunch of old dime novels in the attic.
Why? What's he say?
He says he's got a front page story, and he wants me to send a man up to cover it.
That's so?
Yes. In fact, he suggests that I send you, Kent.
Oh, no. No, thanks, Chief. I'm due for a vacation.
Well, why not New England? Lobsters, clam chowder, sailing, dude ranches.
Huh?
No. Dude ranches are out west, aren't they?
Joking aside, Mr. White, what does Jimmy say?
He's knee-deep in mystery with all the trimming. Ghostly noises in the dead of night. Footsteps where there aren't any feet.
What?
Lights from abandoned lighthouses.
Oh, is he kidding?
Well, not intentionally. This is the third or fourth letter, and each one's wilder than the last.
Say he's seriously advising you to send me up to investigate?
Yes, indeed. Says he'll meet you at the dock with his catboat and run you out to Lighthouse Point. He's quite a boy, all right. Here, take the letter back to your desk and read it. But before you go, Kent, you're entitled to 3 weeks off. You want it now or later?
Oh, let it go, Mr. White. I'm not in any hurry.
Wait a minute, Kent. Sit down. City room. White.
Mr. White, this is Jimmy. Jimmy Olsen.
What? Jimmy? Well, what in the... Where are you?
Up at Margate. I'm calling long distance. Listen, Mr. White, you better send Mr. Kent up here. No fooling.
What are you talking about? Now, look at here, young
Mr.
man.
White, honest. I'm serious.
You mean to tell me you're wasting your money on long-distance calls?
It's my own money. I had to do it, Mr. White. There's a story up here, a big story, and I'm the only one that knows about it. Mr. White, it's smugglers.
What? Smugglers? How do you know?
That's only part of it. I don't want to tell the cops I'm keeping it for the paper. Mr. White, you just gotta send Mr. Kent. I tell you gotta. Oh, my golly. Jeepers.
Jimmy, are you there?
No use, Mr. White. He's gone. Somebody or something drove him away from the phone.
Little idiot. Oh, a joke's a joke. But to spend $4 or $5 on a long-distance call...
I don't think he was joking, Mr. White. I've known Jimmy pretty well. He's as level-headed a boy as you'll find anywhere. Did he say something about smugglers?
Yes. He said that was only part of it.
I think I'll change my mind, Mr. White.
What do you mean?
I think I'll take my vacation now, after all, and up in New England.
Are you serious?
Absolutely. Did you mention a catboat a while ago?
Kent, you're out of your mind.
Well, maybe, but I like sailing. And when it comes to those Yankee dude ranches...
No wisecracks. And if you're really going...
I really am, Mr. White. I'll wire Jimmy to meet me with his catboat. For one thing, I want to know why he left that phone so suddenly.
All right, Kent. Have a good time. And if you do get a story up there, remember the paper that pays your salary.
Cloaked in darkness, Clark Kent as Superman speeds north to the rock-bound coast of Maine, to Margate Breakwater, where young Jimmy Olsen waits eagerly. Boarding Jimmy's small catboat, Kent embarks on the short run to Lighthouse Point over choppy water and in a freshening wind.
Well, Jimmy, you've certainly learned to handle this old catboat.
I do all right, Mr. Kent.
How do you know where you're heading in the dark and all?
Oh, that's easy. See that light straight ahead of us?
That's Crumbo Island.
Oh. Where your aunt's house is located?
Oh, no, Aunt Louise's house is on Lighthouse Point.
Oh, I see.
But her lighthouse hasn't had a light in it for years. It's deserted.
Did you say her lighthouse?
Yep. Her grandfather built it. Old Joshua Horn. So's he could find his way into his own dock. What's the matter? What are you looking at?
Oh, that light on Crumbo Island's gone out. It's disappeared.
Oh, that's all right. Probably a rain squall. Yeah, I just felt a drop.
Can we get through it all right?
Oh, sure. The lighthouse will show again in a minute. We just keep right on till we pick up the bellboy and then bear off to the right.
You mean starboard if you want to talk like a sailor.
Okay. But look, I was going to tell you why I left the phone so quick. I had to because I seen them coming right into the store where I was phoning from.
Them? Who?
The guys. Same fellas I wrote Mr. Kent about. It's a gang, Mr. Kent. They're after something in Lighthouse Point, and I'm betting right now they're smugglers. Twice already I've seen them come ashore in Lighthouse Point at night. The dog scared them off. But that isn't all.
Well, that's plenty if it's true.
Wait till I tell you the rest. What's the matter now?
There's someone coming up astern. In a speedboat.
I don't see any lights. How do you know?
I hear them. Aren't they required to show lights by law?
You bet they are, Mr. Kent. It's them, the smugglers. Turn out your light, quick. I don't hear anything, do you?
Yes. Listen.
Now I hear it. Coming up fast. What do we do? What if they're after us?
Sit tight, Jimmy. They're shearing off. Must have seen your running light.
Gee, what do you know about that? Mr. Kent, it must be them.
Queer business, all right. Now, what are they up to?
Search me, but I'd sure like to know where they're heading.
So would I. Jimmy, you started to tell me something just before that boat came up.
Oh, yes, about me and Aunt Lou. It was night before last, Mr. Kent.
Uh-huh.
I don't know what time it was, but I woke up and heard the dog barking like anything. So I went down to see about it.
Your aunt's dog?
Yes, Tiger. At least that's his name, but he doesn't live up to it.
Oh, what was the matter?
Aunt Lou was there, too. We were standing in the kitchen, and all of a sudden we heard something down in the cellar.
What?
I'm telling you, just as clear as anything, Mr. Kent. Say, it's beginning to rain. There's a slicker in the cabin.
Oh, never mind me. What was it you heard in the cellar, Jimmy?
There was a big bump. Then it sounded like somebody was dragging something.
In the cellar?
Right under where we were standing. But now get this, Mr. Kent. We went down there. Aunt Lou got a lamp and we went right down. But when we got down the stairs, that cellar was absolutely empty.
Are you sure?
You bet I'm sure. And here's another funny thing. The dog shut right up and never made another sound. What do you make out of that?
Look here, Jimmy. Is your aunt alone in the house right now?
Yes. She's waiting up for us. Why?
Give the boat all the sail she'll take. I have an idea the sooner we get to Lighthouse Point, the better.
Okay, I'll give her canvas.
Any idea where you are, Jimmy?
Pretty close in, I guess. There's the Crumbo Island light again. Now if we could just pick up the bellboy.
What's the course?
Straight for Crumbo Island. That's the light. Till we hear the boy and then turn into the creek.
Oh, the light's gone again.
No, it isn't. It just can't see it in the rain. There it is. Say, that's queer. It's winking. Look. Crumbo Island steady. What the dickens?
Jimmy, watch where you're heading. I think I see rocks.
Rocks? There can't be. Say, where are we, Mr. Kent? You better take the tiller. I'm going up in the bow.
All right.
Just hold her steady.
Something queer about this. I don't understand that light. Seems mighty close. And that speedboat. If I thought he wouldn't see me,
Mr. Kent! Hey, look out! Put her over! Over hard! Rocks! We're crashing!
Come back here, Jimmy! Jimmy! Overboard. He was thrown clear. Got to get him. The boat stove in. We're sinking. Jimmy! Jimmy, where are you? Great heavens, not a sound. Jimmy! Must have hit his head. He's drowning. Got to get up where I can see things. Up! Up! There he is. 10 feet underwater. And tangled in seaweed. Down! Down!
Now then, he can't stand much of this. Got to tear that stuff loose. There. That does it. Now up. Up into the air.
Out. And I hope I'm in time. There's a shoreline just beyond those rocks. Looks like a beach. Up we go. Up. Up.
happened?
Jimmy, sure you're all right?
I'm all right. I remember pitching off the bowhead. And... Where are we?
On some kind of a beach. Now, don't try to sit up. You got a nasty crack and you swallowed a lot of water.
I'm okay, Mr. Kent. Say, that's the lighthouse. Look.
What lighthouse?
Ours, Aunt Lou's. Mr. Kent, what the dickens? We've come ashore on Lighthouse Point.
Well, how could we? We were heading straight for the light on Crumbo Island. Or were we?
Mr. Kent, that light, it wasn't on Crumbo Island at all. It was right here on the point. I thought it was queer, winking like that. But, gee, there hasn't been a light up there for 50 years. Mr. Kent, what's going on?
Jimmy, quiet. Someone running up the beach.
Mr. Kent, quick, let's get them. Where are they?
Can you run? All right, come on, now.
I see them. There they are.
It's only one. Great Scott, it's a woman. Oh, she's falling. She's down. Quick, Jimmy.
I'm with you. A woman. Gee.
There, look.
Why, Mr. Kent, that's Aunt Louisa. Aunt Lou.
Steady, Jimmy. I don't think she's hurt. Just stunned.
Aunt Lou. I don't understand.
All right, Jimmy. What was your Aunt Lou doing on the beach in this rain? And why was she running away?
Gee, you think she's hurt bad, Mr. Kent? She's awful white.
I don't think so, Jimmy. Don't seem to be any bones broken. It's more as if she'd fainted.
I wish there was something we could do.
Man, got any spirits of ammonia in the house?
Gosh, I wouldn't know. She's breathing all right, Mr. Kent.
I think she's coming around. What in the world do you suppose she was doing out there in all that storm?
You've got me.
When we saw her, she was running away back up the beach. Jimmy, you don't suppose your aunt had anything to do with that queer light, do you?
Gosh, I don't see how, Mr. Kent. I don't see how anybody could have anything to do with it. Just like I told you, there hasn't been a light in that lighthouse for 50 years.
Well, there was one tonight. Somebody deliberately tried to wreck us on those rocks. Who owns it?
The lighthouse?
Yeah.
Aunt Lou owns it. Her grandfather built it, old Captain Joshua Horn, so he could bring his clipper ship into his own dock.
What? You mean a ship the size of a clipper could dock here?
They did. Anyway, that's what Aunt Lou says. You see, the point makes a regular little bay, and the bay leads right into Lighthouse Creek. You can see it tomorrow. Mr. Kent, she's coming too.
All right, Miss Horn.
Christopher. Oh, Chris. Oh.
What's that she said? Sounded like Christopher.
Christopher? She must mean Christopher Horn. I think that was a nephew.
Was? Why, is he dead?
I don't know, Mr. Kent. She don't talk about him. It's kind of a secret.
Secret? Why, what do you mean?
Well, I guess it's all right to tell you. Aunt Lou thought the world of Chris. Raised him up from a kid. Then he just ran out on her.
Oh, who's that? What's happened?
It's all right, Aunt Lou. You just fell and gave yourself a bump.
Christopher.
No, it's not Chris, Aunt Lou. It's Jimmy.
Oh, Jimmy. Oh, yes. Yes, now I remember. I'm all right.
Don't try to sit up, Miss Horn.
Jimmy, who is this gentleman?
This is Mr. Kent. You know, the man I went over to meet with the catboat.
Oh, yes. Yes, Mr. Kent.
I'm afraid this is a very informal sort of introduction, Miss Horn.
What happened? I don't remember. I declare I must have fainted.
You fell, Aunt Lou. You were out on the beach and you fell.
Oh, my lands, I guess I did. I remember now. And Mr. Kent, this ain't much of a way to make a buddy welcome.
Oh, don't you worry about that, Miss Horn. Isn't there something I can get you?
Oh, no. I'll be all right.
Aunt Lou, what were you doing out on the beach in the pouring rain?
Pouring rain? Oh, my soul, I should say it is. I'm wet to the skin. As soon as I feel well enough, I'll go right up and change.
Yes, but what happened, Miss Horn? Why did you leave the house?
Leave the house?
Yes.
Oh, my land, why shouldn't I leave the house, Mr. Kent? With you and Jimmy out there in a tiny catboat and all that storm. Yes, I was scared to death something might have happened to you.
But gee, Aunt Lou.
I thought maybe I could holler to you or wave a lantern or something.
Wave a lantern? Say, that reminds me. Do you know anything about a light up and... Oh, my ankle.
Oh, gosh, I'm sorry, Jimmy. Did I step on your foot?
Gee, I'll say you did.
Oh, I was just going to get your aunt a glass of water.
I don't need no water, thank you. Had plenty of tea. I think I'll go upstairs now.
Aunt Lou, what's the matter?
Listen. That's it. That's the noise we heard before.
That's right, Mr. Kent. It's down in the cellar.
Quiet now. Don't make a sound.
Hear it, Mr. Kent? What is it?
I think it's about time we found out. Where are the cellar stairs?
No, don't you go down there. There ain't nothing. Jimmy and I did that once before. You won't see a thing.
We've got to find out what it is, Miss
You'll
Horn.
be hurt. Now, don't you do it.
Miss Horn, do you know what's down in that cellar?
No, and I don't want to know.
Well, gosh, I do.
And so do I. Come on, Jimmy. Now, Miss Horn, you stay right where you are. Jimmy, grab that flashlight.
Mr. Kent, it's on your own head.
Here's the door where the stairs go down, Mr. Kent. Now, don't you worry, Aunt Lou.
Be careful. Don't you take no chances now, Jimmy.
I'll be all right. Come on, Mr. Kent.
Careful, Jimmy. Keep quiet.
Here's the door at the bottom that leads to the cellar.
Don't open it. Wait a second. I want to listen.
Don't hear anything now, Mr. Kent. Say, what did you kick my ankle for?
Oh, I'm sorry if I hurt you, Jimmy. You were asking your aunt about the light in the abandoned lighthouse.
Well, sure I was, but why should
Jimmy, your Aunt Louisa knows more about all this than she's telling.
What?
I'm positive she does. What was she doing out on the beach? She said she was looking for us, but don't forget she was running back toward the house when she fell. And why didn't she want us to come down here to the cellar?
Golly gee, Mr. Kent. You don't think Aunt Lou's doing anything wrong, do
Jimmy,
you?
I don't know. All I do know is that she's not telling us the whole story. Now be quiet. Listen.
I don't hear anything. Aren't you going in?
Yes, but let's listen first. Shh.
There it is again.
All right, now, let me go first. The door, it's locked.
Mr. Kent, break it in, quick. Once more will do it.
There we are. Now we'll see.
I'm with you, Mr. Kent. Where are they? Jumping Jiminy, Mr. Kent.
Why, it's not possible. Jimmy, there isn't anybody here. The cellar is absolutely empty.
Mr. Kent, it can't be. Look back at those chests. Look underneath them.
There's not a sign of anything or anybody.
But listen, there was something. We both heard it.
I know we did. Whoever or whatever was in this place a minute ago is gone.
But they can't be gone. Look for yourself. Nothing but a cat could get outdoors through that narrow window. And the walls are solid stone.
No, not solid. Stone blocks cemented up.
Well, what's the difference? Gee, Mr. Kent, you don't think anybody could get through those, do you?
Jimmy, give me that flashlight. Now, you go upstairs and bring back a hammer. Quickly.
A hammer?
Yes.
What kind of a hammer?
Oh, I don't care. The bigger the better.
Mr. Kent, what are you going to do?
Hurry up. Now, get a move on. I'll show you when you come back. And tell your aunt we're all right. She may be worried.
All right. I'll be right back.
Hurry.
Aunt Lou, where's the hammer? Mr. Kent, where's the hammer?
Now then, I had to have some excuse to get him out of the way. Something mighty queer about all this. And I have an idea that finding out what it is a job for Superman. While Jimmy's upstairs, I think we'll see what's under this floor. Looks like solid bricks, but you never can tell. Let's see if I can rip up a few. Try these over here. No good. They are solid, laid in cement. Well, maybe somewhere else.
Mr. Kent!
What's that? Thought I heard something.
Mr. Kent! Mr. Kent, quick!
Jimmy, he's calling. What's happened?
Jimmy, look. Look, do you see it too? Get Mr. Kent. Get him out of that cell. Mr. Kent!
Can't let Jimmy see me like this. Back to Clark Kent, quick. Jimmy, I'm coming. What is it? What's the matter?
Aunt Lou, tell him.
Mr. Kent, my lances don't hardly seem
Well,
possible.
quick, Miss Horn. What was...
While you was in the cellar, I just happened to turn my head and look out the window.
Yes, go on.
I don't know what made me. I just happened to do it.
Please, Aunt Lou, never mind all that. Tell him what you saw.
Mr. Kent, just as plain as I see you now, just as plain as anything, I saw a light.
A light? Where? What kind of a light?
Mr. Kent, it was high up, off on the point. I can't believe it, but if you was to ask me, I'd take my dying oath it was in the old lighthouse.
Miss Horn, are you sure of that?
Yes. Yes, it can't be, but I'm sure I wasn't seeing things. There was a light in the abandoned lighthouse where there ain't been a sign of a light for 50 years. Mr. Kent, what's going on? What is it?
That's what we're here to find out, Aunt Lou.
Jimmy, have you still got that flashlight?
Right here.
What are you going to do? Where are you going?
We're going out to the lighthouse on the point, right now.
I'm with you, Mr. Kent.
Now, Miss Horn, you stay right here. Now, wait. Have you got a gun, or a pistol, or anything like that?
Gun?
Yes.
Oh, my soul, don't you give me no gun. I wouldn't dash to use it.
Well, you can use it just to make a noise if anything happens while we're gone.
Aunt Lou, there's that old shotgun in the closet, and there's shells, too. I'll load it up for you.
Jimmy Olsen, don't you touch that gun. You leave it be.
There you are. Put it right here on the table.
All right, Jimmy. Now, where's the flashlight? Okay, now, come on. Now, wait.
Come on.
Miss Horn, that cellar door at the top of the stairs. We had to break the one at the bottom. Does this one lock?
It's got a bolt. But my land, what in the world are you...
There, that'll do it. There we are. All right, now, Miss Horn. We won't be long, but whatever happens, keep that door bolted. And stay out of the cellar till we get back.
And if you want help, Aunt Lou, try that gun. All right, Mr. Kent. It's still raining, Tom.
Go ahead, Jimmy. Be careful now, Miss Horn. Stay right where you are.
Mr. Kent, you and Jimmy, be careful. You look out.
This way, Mr. Kent. Watch where I flash the light.
Wait.
What's the matter?
Wait, Jimmy. Stop right here. Put out that flashlight.
Golly, what's up?
Jimmy, think carefully. Did you see that light in the lighthouse? Or did your aunt?
Why, Aunt Lou did.
Uh-huh. And you didn't see it at all.
Well, gee, no. When I looked, it was gone. But come on, what are we waiting for?
Well, we're going to wait right here. I'm going to watch the house.
But why?
To see what your aunt does now that we're gone. Jimmy, what's she afraid of? Why is she trying to get rid of us?
You mean she was trying to get us out of the house on purpose?
I don't know. But I do know this. Until something happens, we're going to stay right here and wait. And watch.
Listen, Mr. Kent, no fooling. You don't really think my Aunt Lou had anything to do with this, do you?
Jimmy, I don't think anything, not yet. All I know is there are some very peculiar things going on in the neighborhood of Horn House.
What do you mean?
Keep your eyes on that window. What's your aunt doing now?
Not a thing. She's just sitting there at the kitchen table. What do you mean by peculiar things, Mr. Kent?
Well, first of all, the location. Why, it's unnatural for smugglers. Lighthouse Point goes out there to make a little bay, then the beach and Horn House, and then Lighthouse Creek where the dock is. Well, they couldn't ask for a better location.
But, gee, Aunt Lou's not a smuggler.
No, I didn't say she was, Jimmy. But I do say this. For some reason or other, maybe it's a perfectly good one, she's not telling all she knows. Did she get up just then?
Don't think so. No, she just moved a chair. Go on, Mr. Kent.
Well, she's frightened of something. She's afraid, but she won't tell us why or of what.
Golly, I don't see what that proves. She's scared somebody's going to break in on her.
I wonder, Jimmy. If that's so, why was she out on the beach in all that rain and storm when our catboat was wrecked?
She said she was looking for us.
But when we landed, she was running away from us. And what about the light in the lighthouse? Did we actually see one there? And did your aunt see one while I was in the cellar? Or is she just trying to get rid of us for a while?
Gee, I don't know, Mr. Kent. Yes, I do, too.
What?
Mr. Kent, look behind you. Look at the tower of the lighthouse.
Great Scott. Jimmy, there's a light. Your aunt was telling the truth. About that, anyway. Come on, quick, run for it.
I've got the flashlight, Mr. Kent. Let me go first.
You know the path. Watch out for those rocks.
It's not far. Less than 100 yards. What do? We get there.
We'll find out who's working that light and who he's signaling to.
Almost there. Take it easy.
All right. Listen. Don't I hear a boat off there in the fog?
I don't hear anything.
Oh, never mind. Where's the door?
Right here. Golly. Mr. Kent, look. It's open.
Jimmy, anybody live here in this lighthouse?
Not now. When Aunt Lou ran the farmer lived here. That's what the wire's for.
Wire? Where? Oh, yes.
The telephone wire. Aunt Lou ran a telephone to the house in case she wanted to talk to him.
Quiet now. Snap off your light.
Golly, I should have done that before. They'll see us for sure.
I don't think so. All right, come on, up the stairs. Take it quietly. I'll go first now.
Mr. Kent, what do you think's going on?
Oh, Jimmy, you remember we heard a boat on our way across the bay?
Yeah, speedboat.
And right after that, we saw the phony light. The one that wrecked us.
But what of it? Look out for the railing.
All right, thanks. After we got into the house, we heard people or something in the cellar.
But we didn't find anything.
Well, we didn't really look. But I'll bet I know what's happening. That speedboat was guided in by the light and landed something near enough to Horn House so we heard them. And now they're getting away again. And that's what the light's for.
Smugglers. It must be.
I shouldn't wonder. Now then, how high is this tower?
I don't know, but we're almost to the top.
I'll keep quiet now. There we are. Now, you stay right here on the last landing. Where does that door go to?
Into the light robe. I want to come with you, Mr. Kent.
No, there may be trouble. You stay right here. Keep the flash. What's that big bell?
That's the old fog bell. Take it easy, Mr. Kent. I hear him moving around in there.
Steady. I'm going to crash that door. You stand back, Jimmy.
Mr. Kent, you should have brought the shotgun.
Don't need it.
There may be trouble, like you said.
Gotta take a chance on that. Stand back now. Oh, wait. Maybe the door's not locked.
I'll try the latch.
Quiet. Not a sound.
It's locked, all right. The light's still going. I can see its little crack.
Now, Jimmy, whatever happens, you stay right where you are. Or beat it back to the house. Maybe that'll be better anyway.
No, I'll stay with you. I'll keep out of the way.
We've got this fella. There's no way out except down these stairs. He can't get away from us.
Maybe you better wait until he comes out.
No. Whatever he's doing, it's time we stopped it. But I don't want you to be mixed up in it. No place for kids.
Oh, please, Mr. Kent. I'm not a kid.
You go down the stairs. Wait for me down below.
All
Quick.
right.
Now, go on, Jimmy.
If you say so. Holler if you need me.
I will. He's still in that lamp room. And I think it's time he had a visitor. Now!
Who's that?
What are you doing with that light? Put it out and put down that gun.
Where'd you come from? Stand back. Look out.
I said put down that gun. Quick! Now we'll see how you bounce.
Oh, quit that. Put me down. What do you think it's...
First of all, out with that light.
Oh, put me down. You're killing me.
All right, I'll put you down. There. Now, quick. What was that lamp for? And what are you doing around Hornhouse? Hurry up. Start talking.
You'll never know. Listen, there's the boat now, and you can't stop me.
Stop. Come back here. Oh, fool. He went through the window, and it's 50 feet down. And I hope it's deep water. Got to go after him. Out we go. Out. He made it. He's swimming. No, he's not. He's sinking. Must have struck a rock. Going down. And there's the boat. They're trying to get to him. Pick him up. Well, let's see who's quicker. Down we go. Right into the water. Now then. Got to get him before he drowns. Then I'll get that boat. There he is. Got him. Now, up. I'll hold you with one hand, my friend, and take care of your pals with the other. Ah, there they are. I see. Well, look out for yourselves, boys. Here we come. Wait, what's that? It's the bell of the lighthouse. Jimmy's in trouble. He's ringing the bell. I've got to get back there. Can't stop to worry about the boat now. Got to get back and help Jimmy. Up we go. Up.
Mr. Kent, where are you, Mr. Kent?
Coming, Jimmy.
Oh, Jim.
Coming. What's the matter? Are you all right?
I'm all right, but what about you? Golly, whatever happened?
Come here, lend me a hand. Our friend in the tower went overboard. Right through the window, and I went after him.
You did? Jiminy, did you hurt yourself?
Well, I didn't, but he did. Here, give me a hand. Get him inside.
He's out like a light.
Yeah. Jimmy, what was the matter? Was it you ringing the bell?
Mr. Kent, I was scared. You were gone, and I didn't hear anything. You told me not to go up to the light room, but that wasn't all.
Here we are.
Golly.
All right, help me put him on that bench. That's it. Yeah. I'll get him back to the house and see what's what. Oh, go ahead, Jimmy. What happened? What scared you?
Mr. Kent, it was the telephone.
The telephone? What are you talking about?
Mr. Kent, just after everything got quiet up where you were, I heard the shots. Golly, what happened?
Oh, never mind that. He missed me, and then he jumped through the window. Go on with what you were saying.
Mr. Kent, the telephone rang. It rang like anything.
Yeah?
When I took it off the hook and answered it, there wasn't anybody there.
What do you mean?
Just what I said. All it did was ring, but there wasn't anybody on the other end.
Quick, Jimmy. Where does this telephone go?
I told you, it runs between the lighthouse, where we are right now, and the big house.
You mean your aunt's house?
That's the only house there is.
Jimmy, where's the phone in the big house? I mean, where does it hook up?
In the kitchen, right where Aunt Louisa was.
Well, quick, tell me, how does it work? What do you do to make it ring?
Just push a button right under the phone, and a bell rings at the other end.
Huh?
There it is again. Listen.
Jimmy, you keep your eye on that fellow on the bench. If he moves, sing out.
Okay.
Hello? Hello? Who's there? Miss Horn? Miss Horn, is that you? Miss Horn!
What is it? Isn't there anybody there?
Yes, there is. There is somebody there. Right at the other end. But they won't answer me. Miss Horn? Or if it isn't Miss Horn, who is it?
Mr. Kent, hang up and ring the button on this end. Make it ring in the kitchen and see what happens then.
No, I don't want to do that. I've just thought. Jimmy, it may be that your aunt doesn't want to make a noise. Any noise at all. She doesn't dare talk.
Golly, why?
I don't know. You keep your eye on that fellow. He's moving. Jimmy, I've got an idea. Listen, I'll send a message to your aunt on this phone. You keep quiet. Miss Horn, listen to me. If you can't talk, if you want help quickly, ring this bell 3 times. Miss Horn, can you hear me? When I hang up, if you want us to come quickly, ring this bell 3 times.
Golly, do you think she heard you?
Shh, wait, Jimmy. Wait.
Steady, Jimmy. Look, why don't you run on ahead?
No, I'll stick here with you, Mr. Kent. You can carry this guy all by yourself.
Oh, yes, I could.
Anyway, we're almost there. Who do you think he is?
Can't imagine. But we'll hang on to him until we find out, I can tell you that. Hey, look. Look ahead. Didn't we leave your aunt in the kitchen with the lights lit?
Golly, that's so. Now the lights are out. It's dark. The whole house is dark. Aunt Lou! Aunt Lou!
She must have needed help, or she wouldn't have rung the telephone. Come on, Jimmy. Ah, here we are. All right, open the door.
Okay. Golly, it's dark. Aunt Lou!
Here, drop this fellow on the floor for now. There we are. All right, find the switch.
I got it here. Great Scott, Mr. Kent, look. The cellar door. We left it closed, and now it's open.
Jimmy, what's that whining? Sounds like a dog in the closet.
It's Tiger. Aunt Lou must have shut him in. But what for? And where is she?
I don't know where she is, but I know where she went. She opened the door and went down in the cellar.
Come on, Mr. Kent. We've got to find her, quick.
Wait a minute. That dog, Tiger. Does he know you, Jimmy? Will he do what you say?
Sure he will, but what do you want?
We'll make him stand guard over this fellow on the floor. Come on, let him out. Hurry.
Stop him, Jimmy. Stop him. He's going to die.
No, he's not. Jimmy, look, he knows him. The dog knows him. He's licking his face.
By golly, you're right. Hey, stop it. Stop it, Tiger. Tiger. Mr. Kent, who is he?
Search me, Jimmy. We can't wonder about that now. We've got to find your aunt.
Come on, down the cellar door.
No, Jimmy, wait. I may be wrong. You go upstairs and look all over. Look through the library.
We never went there. It's been locked for years.
Well, never mind. Look everywhere. We can't afford to miss her. I'll go down cellar. Now, if you find her, yell out. Quick now.
Okay. I'd rather come with you, Mr. Kent. But if you say look upstairs, that's what I'll do.
That's the boy.
What about this guy here?
I'm afraid he's hurt more than I thought. We can't do anything about that right now. Not till we find Miss Horn. Go along, Jimmy.
Okay, Mr. Kent. Tiger, you stay right there. You hear? Stay there.
Thank heavens. Got rid of Jimmy. She didn't go upstairs. She came down here in the cellar. But there may be trouble. And I don't want the boy mixed up in it if I can help.
Jimmy, Mr.
What?
Kent.
Miss Horn.
Quick.
She's calling.
Quick.
She's not here in the cellar.
Jimmy.
Where? Great Scott, that wall. There's an opening in the cellar wall, and it's closing. Too late. She's down the passageway, a secret passageway under Horn House, and the wall's closed behind her. But concrete doesn't stop Superman. Not for long. Almost through. I never saw this when I was down here before. Never thought the wall wasn't solid. Well, that won't stop me. Not over 3 seconds more. Now then. Miss Horn! Miss Horn!
Mr. Kent! Jimmy!
I'm coming, Miss Horn!
Mr. Kent, what's the matter? I heard the noise.
Jimmy, coming down the stairs. Back to Clark Kent.
Mr. Kent, what happened? Golly, that hole, where does it lead to?
Jimmy, you're just in time. Your aunt's down there. I heard her calling. Come on.
Jimmy!
Coming, Miss Horn.
Jimmy! Jimmy!
Come on, Mr. Kent. I hear him. Golly, what is this place?
Jimmy, it's a secret passageway. A gallery. Where does it go to? I don't know. Probably down to the dock. Oh, there's your aunt. She's all right.
Aunt Lou. Here we are.
Jimmy! Oh, Mr. Kent.
Oh, it's all right, Miss Horn. What's happened? Are you hurt?
No, I'm not hurt, but they've gone. They got away.
Who's gone away? Mr. Kent, look. What? There's open water right ahead. We've come out under the dock.
Miss Horn, tell us quickly what happened. Why did you come down here?
Well, just after you left to go to the lighthouse, I heard that same noise down the cellar. I declare it frightened me, Mr. Kent.
Why didn't you stay in the kitchen? We warned you.
When someone's making free with my cellar, I should say not. So I just locked Tiger in the closet. He came in the minute you stepped out, and unlocked that door. Well, my man.
Go on, Aunt Lou. Don't stop.
Well, I heard him all right down in the cellar.
Yes?
Down I went. And this time I caught him, red-handed, too.
Aunt Lou, the telephone bell. You rang it, but why didn't you ask?
I'll land and have him hear every word I said. I should say not. I heard what Mr. Kent told me, and it's just what I did. I knew you'd come.
Oh, Miss Horn, go on. These men. What were they doing?
There was that big opening in the cellar wall, and I popped right in.
Uh-huh.
Mr. Kent, they was dragging a big box right down through this gallery towards the dock.
Listen, what's that?
It's a boat. Sure as your thorn.
Smugglers. They've been using the cellar as a place to keep their stuff, and then they take it away through the secret door of the gallery. Why didn't you call sooner?
Was them right in front of me? Why, they'd have cut my throat quicker than wink.
Never mind that now. Mr. Kent, that boat, it got away. I can't hear it anymore.
Jimmy, you take your aunt back to the kitchen. I'll stay here. Maybe I can do something.
Stop. Listen to Tiger. Something's happened. Mr. Kent, that man. Something's happened and Tiger's going for the man.
What man? Who you talking about?
Come on, don't just stand there. Back up the gallery. Come on, Aunt Lou. Go ahead, Miss Horn.
Don't hurry me. I can't stand it.
Jimmy, the dog knows you. Run ahead. Call him off. Quick. You bet, Mr. Hurry up.
Mr. Kent, this man, what man? Where is he?
On Miss Horn. Mind that bottom. That's it. We're almost there now. There's the cellar just ahead. Jimmy and I found this fellow in the Lighthouse. He was signaling. Yes, one of the smugglers. Well, we caught him. Then we heard you ring the telephone bell and brought him along. He's hurt.
Hurt?
Yes.
Oh, my leg. Quick, Mr. Kent.
Mr. Kent, hurry. Tiger, get down. with you.
Crazy. That's what ails him.
Get down.
Keep him on. By Godfish, I'll have the law on you for this.
What? Who's that? Where did he come from?
Jasper Quinby, whatever in the world?
Mr. Kent, this fellow was here when I ran up. And Tiger was going for him, just like you saw.
But the other one?
He's there in the dining room on the couch.
Yes, I put him there. And that's what I get for it.
In the dining room. Where is he? I want to see him.
You stay here, Louisa Horn. I want to talk to you. What do you think I come here for?
I don't care, Jasper Quinby. I won't talk to you now, not for all the mortgages and names. Oh,
Mr. Quinby, that's the name. We're sorry about this. What happened?
The dog didn't really hurt you, did he?
I come here to talk to Miss Lou about her mortgage. Came to the door, and then I seen that poor feller on the floor with a dog all over him. Thought he was killed.
So you came in to help, eh?
Of course I did. Who wouldn't? Picked him up and carried him onto the couch.
Uh-huh.
And then that there dog laid into me like I don't know what.
I'll say he did. Gosh, mister. I thought you were a goner, all right.
Clear. Tiger ever do a thing like that before, Jimmy?
Not that I ever heard of.
Listen here, I can't stand around all night. I come here to talk to Miss Lou.
Well, I'm terribly sorry, but you heard what she said.
No. Won't talk to me, eh? Well, I ain't coming many more times.
Now, look here, Mr. Quinby. Miss Horn's been upset this evening. Let her get a rest.
Rest? Don't you worry. I ain't going to bother her none. I'm going right out. Right this minute. Open the door, boy.
Yes, sir. Only please don't hold this against Aunt Lou. She's just not herself.
Never mind telling me my business, young man. Just you get that there door open. Reckon I know when I ain't wanted.
I'll ask Miss Horn to get in touch with you tomorrow, Mr.
Just
Quinby.
a second. The door's stuck. Oh, no, it isn't either. It's locked. There. Good night, Mr. Quinby. Aunt Lou will see you tomorrow.
Yeah, maybe she will, and maybe she won't.
Gee, I guess he's pretty sore.
Is he, Jimmy? Sore or relieved?
Relieved? Golly, Mr. Kent, what do you mean?
I mean, he was relieved to be getting off so easily.
Getting off?
Oh, Jimmy, wake up. Does a man pick the middle of the night and a night like this to come and talk about mortgages?
Jiminy, I never thought of that.
He says he came in to help a man on the floor being attacked by a dog. But the door was locked when you tried to let him out.
Say, that's right.
You think he rushed in and then calmly turned around and locked himself into a room with a savage dog? Well, do you?
But if he didn't, my God. Mr. Kent.
Jimmy, that man Jasper Quinby was here in Horn House all the time. He was here, but we didn't see him. You see what that means? It means there's another secret passage in the house that leads directly into this room.
Mr. Kent, can't you do something?
Now, Jimmy, keep all this to yourself. Not a word to your Aunt Lou. Now that we know what it means.
I get you, Mr. Kent.
All right. Coming, Miss Horn. Mr. Quinby left. He said he'd see you tomorrow. What's the matter, Miss Horn?
Oh, Aunt Lou, you've been crying.
Oh, he's so white and still. Just look at him. Can't we get a doctor, Mr. Kent?
He'll be all right, Miss Horn. After all, it's his own fault.
Aunt Lou, what is it? What's the matter?
Oh, don't you understand? Don't you see? You knew I was hiding something, not telling you everything.
Miss Horn.
You thought I got you out of the house on purpose, and I did.
You did?
I was afraid of this. I didn't know for sure, but when Tiger got so quiet that first night, I just knew.
Tiger? Mr. Kent, I know. Don't you remember just a while ago when we let him out of the closet? How he tried to lick the guy's face?
Miss Horn. Great heavens. You don't mean...
Mr. Kent, I do. My own flesh and blood. Running with no good and smugglers. This is my nephew. This is Christopher Horn.
Thanks, Aunt Lou. I will have another donut. How about you, Mr. Kent?
Oh, no, thanks, Jimmy. My plate's clean, and I'm going to keep it that way. Say, by the way, Miss Horn, where did you get these plates? They're mighty pretty.
Yeah, I noticed them too, Aunt Lou. Aren't they kind of special? They look Chinese.
They are Chinese, Jimmy. My very special Canton set, only used for company.
Oh, boy, Mr. Kent. Your company.
Your great-grandfather Horn brought them from China 60 years ago, along with the jade.
Jade? You mean to say you've got some real Chinese jade, Miss Horn?
Not now, Mr. Kent, but we did have. I never saw it, but land knows I've heard of it. It was the jade that was going to make the family fortune.
Where is it now, Aunt Lou?
Oh, goodness knows, Jimmy. 60 years ago, reckon it's near 65 now, it just vanished. Clean out of sight, between the night and the morning.
Oh, Miss Horn, what do you mean?
That's what I say, Mr. Kent. Reckon I ain't lost the use of my tongue. One night it was here, right here in Horn House, and next day it was gone.
Golly. Stolen?
We never knew. And we couldn't ask because your great-grandpa was gone, too.
Gone where, Miss Horn?
Nobody ever knew till they found him 2 weeks later.
Found him? You mean to say...
Didn't your ma ever tell you, Jimmy? No, I reckon she couldn't. On her side of the family. Yes, he was dead. Lying on the beach. They found him at the ebb tide.
Sounds just like a mystery novel. And they never found the jade?
Never. More's the pity.
Was it worth much?
Worth much. My land, boy. Jade like that? Well, I reckon it's worth its weight in gold, all right. Grandpa had mighty close to a trunk full.
Great Scott. But, Miss Horn, where did he get it?
Like I said, from China. He was a clipper captain, Mr. Kent. Every voyage he'd bring back something else. Pictures, wallpaper, dishes.
Wallpaper?
Don't shout so, Jimmy. Was mighty particular, Grandpa was. I hardly remember him myself, but I've heard Ma tell about him many a time. Had the wallpaper made special for this very room. In Shanghai, I think 'twas.
Oh. Is this wallpaper here?
It's so faded now you can't make it out. But the picture on that wall shows it was the same pattern. Why, my land.
Aunt Lou, what's the matter?
My stolen body looks there, right on the wall behind you, Mr. Kent.
Oh, what?
The picture.
Where?
It's gone.
Why, that's so. Golly, I never noticed.
Jimmy, did you break that picture and say nothing about it?
Me? Gosh, Aunt Lou, what do you take me for, a kid?
I wouldn't put it past you. My soul. Mr. Kent, what's the matter?
He's your nephew.
Oh, Christopher.
Where's that man, that Quinby?
Oh, wait, take it easy. Sit down, man, before you fall. Hey, wait a minute. Lie down there on the sofa. I'll get you a drink of water.
Christopher, you shouldn't have gotten up. You should have stayed in bed.
Never mind that. There's something I've got to do. We've all got to do. Where's Quinby?
Quinby went home. What about him?
He tried to murder me.
What?
Tried to murder me while I couldn't help myself.
Jasper Quinby? Oh,
Last night he came in and found me. I'd just come to. He tried to strangle me there on the couch. If it hadn't been for Tiger.
Tiger? Gee, Mr. Kent, that's why he went for him.
Tiger, he was always crazy about me. When he saw Quinby put his hands on me, heard me call.
Oh, Chris.
Mr. Horn, I think we'd better have an understanding.
Yeah, the sooner the better.
Why would Jasper Quinby want to kill you?
Because he knows I'm onto it.
What?
He knows I know.
Oh, Christopher, no what?
Aunt Lou, I had to do it. I had to run with that gang till I could find out.
What? Find out what?
There's secret passages all through the house. Quinby found them. He got into the library, and so did I, but I was too late. Too late.
Christopher Horn, what are you talking about?
What am I talking about? Aunt Lou, don't you know the Chinese jade, great-grandfather jade, is right here in this house.
Why?
It is.
Christopher, what do you
Here
mean?
in the house. Great heavens.
Where is it?
That's what I don't know, but Jasper Quinby does.
Quinby? That's what he was hanging around for.
Maybe he was after it last night.
Christopher, how does Quinby know about Grandgrandpa Jade?
Ask me some more. Ask me how I know. It's in the library, Aunt Lou. It's all in the library, but they never looked
The
for it.
library?
All the old logbooks, everything he wrote on his voyages. I was always a great reader, Aunt Lou. You know that.
So I should say I do.
I read the logs. I read them all. He'd written it down. Old Joshua Horn. What he was going to do.
Mr. Horn, do you mean to tell me that the hiding place of the Chinese jade is in old Captain Horn's logbooks?
Wait till I tell you. I read them all. I got closer and closer, but when I came to what I needed most, the pages were missing.
What?
Torn out. And do you know who'd taken them? It was Jasper Quinby. Somehow he knew. Don't ask me how, but he did.
Quinby's. Bad lot. All of them. Our people always had trouble with Quinby's. Even way back.
Then that's it. Maybe Jasper heard it from his father.
Mr. Horn, what was in those logbooks? A sketch? A chart?
I don't know. I know everything else. I know that you can only get into where the jade is a couple times each year.
What? Thanks, Christopher. What do you mean?
I don't know. All I can tell you is what I read in the logbooks. Maybe it's got something to do with the tides. But that's how it is. Only a couple times each year. And right now it's one of the times.
Jiminy, then you say Quinby knows where it is?
He told me he was mighty near it. And that's why he wanted the house. He's in the smuggling racket, and he's after the jade. And that's why I joined up with him, Aunt Lou, so as I could find out.
Oh, Chris. Oh, Chris, I knew you wasn't really bad.
I reckon I lost. It's too late. Quinby was in here last night. Before he come in and found me, I reckon he'd get what he needs. Maybe it's a chart. Maybe it's a map.
No, not a map. A picture.
Mr. Kent, what do you mean?
Don't you see? The picture on the wall. The picture that's missing.
Oh, my soul.
Golly, Mr. Kent, do you think that's it? Aunt Lou, what was it?
Why, I don't hardly recollect. Yes, I do, too. It was a picture of some garden. The Golden Gardens, I think 'twas.
Well, whatever it was, that's where the secret is, and Quinby knew it. He took it last night. Oh, what fools we were to let him go. We might have known.
Mr. Kent, maybe it's not too late now.
I don't know. He wouldn't wait long, no longer than he had to. But he wouldn't work by daylight. He'd wait till dark. Where does he live?
Quinby?
Yes.
And way back in town. Big white house on the hill.
Uh-huh.
Mr. Kent, what are you going to do?
I'm off. I can't waste time now. Look after Christopher. I'll hurry all I can.
Well, I never. On earth, what'll happen next?
Christopher, what's the matter with him, Aunt Lou?
Oh, Christopher. Oh, Jimmy.
Oh, he'll be all right, Aunt Lou. Don't you worry. Golly, look. He's right under where the picture was. Say,
Jimmy, what are you looking at?
look, this is funny. All the wallpaper's faded out, except where the picture was. Did it hang here long?
Ever since your great-grandpa put it there.
Well, look. You can see what the pattern was just as clear as anything. My gosh, Aunt Lou.
Jimmy, don't scream like that. It's enough to give a buddy the jump.
Aunt Lou, did you say back a while ago that the wallpaper was the same as the picture? Didn't you say that?
Huh? Yes, I did. Captain Joshua had the wallpaper made to order from the picture. Jimmy, what are you doing standing on your head?
Aunt Lou, look here. Oh, my gosh, look. We've discovered something, don't you see?
See what?
The pattern, the Chinese pattern. Turn it around and it's a map. A regular map of Lighthouse Point and Horn House. Look.
Jimmy Olsen, you're out of your mind.
I'm not. No wonder Quinby swiped it. And to think if it's been here all these years, just looking right at
I don't believe it. It ain't possible.
But it is, can't you see? And all those white lines. Aunt Lou, those are the secret passages.
Jimmy, I tell you, I don't believe it. And even if it is, what good does it do us?
What good does it do us? Don't you understand? Aunt Lou, it means that we can find where the jade is ourselves. Just by following the drawings. Right now, too. And wait, what's this? Oh, there's writing all around the edge of each pattern. Wait a minute, I'll try to read it.
Jimmy, you're making that up.
I'm not. Honest, I'm not. Listen. Take twice 3 turns, and 2 turns more. The water waits behind the door. Turn 7 stones. Make haste. For then the sea too soon comes in again.
What? It sounds like silly gibberish to me. What's it mean?
I don't know, but look. See this long line leading out of the other? With a thing like a sun at the top of it? Aunt Lou, I'll bet that's where the secret room is. And you and I are going to find it. Just as soon as I've cut out this wallpaper.
I don't believe you know what you're doing.
Pete, we're right on top of it. Don't it sound hollow?
Yeah, I'll say it does.
Yeah. Old Captain Horn was smart. He was mighty smart.
Smart? What do you mean?
You know what he done, Pete? Huh? He hid the stuff way down here in a watertight chamber. And then he fixed it so nobody could find it. Not even himself, till everything was just exactly right.
Well, what do you mean?
I'll show you what I mean. You know where the tide is right now?
The tide? Why, sure, it's mighty near dead low.
That's right. But that ain't all. Now listen good, Pete. 2 or 3 times each year, the tide ebbs real low and comes in real high. You know that, don't you?
Well, sure I know it. What of it?
Well, now, listen to this. Captain Horn fixed his secret room so you could only get into it just when the tide got real low.
Gee.
He brought that trunk full of Chinese jade down here to the secret room at dead low tide. He waited till just the right time, and then he went in. But something slipped, and he didn't get out.
But listen, Quinby, how could that be? If he got in, why couldn't he get out?
Don't ask me, Pete. Maybe he forgot. Maybe he was half crazy. I don't know about that. But I do know this, because I read it in his own books. He fixed this place so whoever goes in has only got just so long. They got to get in and get out, right at the lowest ebb of the tide. If they don't, if they hang around, the door closes automatically as the water comes in.
Hey, what do you mean?
Pete, that there chamber, back of that wall, connects to the sea. I know that much. And pretty near all the time, it's full of water. Look here.
Yeah, what you doing, Quinby?
I'm pulling out these stones. Watch now. Here's the last one. What he called the keystone.
Hey, watch it. There's a lot of water coming out. Put it back, will you? Put it back.
You bet I'll put it back, Pete. You see that water? That means the chamber's still filled up. But it ain't time yet.
Well, what we gonna do? Wait?
We'll wait, all right. But not here. We're going down to the dock and make sure the boys are ready with the boat. Come on.
And as Quinby and his lieutenant disappear down the passageways, Jimmy and Aunt Lou approach the secret door of the hidden room that the smugglers have just left.
Look here, Aunt Lou. Read what it says on the wallpaper I cut from the wall. Take twice 3 turns and 2 turns more. The water waits behind the door. The 14th stone, make haste, for then the sea too soon comes in again.
I believe Great-Grandpa was crazy. It don't make no sense to me at all.
It makes sense to me, all right. Look, the passageway's turned 8 times, just like it says. And there a wall with a row of stones halfway up.
Jimmy, what you doing? Now, you be careful.
I'm counting up. 11, 12, 13, 14. Aunt Lou, this is the 14th stone.
You be careful.
It turns. Golly, it comes right out. Look.
Oh, my land. Now what?
I don't know. Something ought to happen.
What did that thing say? The sea too soon comes in again? Or what's it mean by that?
Oh, I don't know. I guess it was just to make it right. Aunt Lou, look, will you look?
My stolen body.
The wall with the door in it. And the door's opening up.
Jimmy, there's a room in there. With water all over the floor. My land.
Aunt Lou, look. That's it. That's the secret chamber. It's open and we can go right in. Come on.
Oh, it don't hardly seem right. Closed all these years. Oh, Jimmy. Jimmy, look. Look there. Ain't that a chest? Ain't it?
It's a chest, all right, Aunt Lou. You think that's it?
That's it. Great-Grandpa Horn's sea chest. Where he kept the jade. Jimmy, look. Is it locked?
Wait. No. It's fastened down with a kind of a hasp. It's not locked.
Well, open it quick.
There it goes. Aunt Lou, look. It's full of packages. Little packages all done up.
Oh.
Here, take one and open it.
It's wringing wet. Like there'd been water in it. Can't understand how that could be. Here. Now then. Jimmy, look.
Aunt Lou, is that it? Is that the piece of jade?
That's it, all right. Oh, Jimmy, we've found it. We've found what's been hid all these years. We've got a fortune. I won't have to sell the house. Oh, Jimmy.
Oh, steady, Aunt Lou. Don't cry.
I'm not crying. I'm just as happy. Oh, dear. Jimmy, look at it. It ain't a big chest, but it's full to the top.
You say it's worth a lot of money, Aunt Lou?
Oh, my land, yes. Goodness knows how much. If poor Mother only had it, if she'd only known. Oh.
What's that, Aunt Lou? The door. Quick.
Why, what happened? It's just loose shut. Jimmy, go get it open again.
I'll try. I'll try, Aunt Lou. Come here and push. Come on, Aunt Lou.
Wait a minute. What's that? I hear something. Listen.
Water. There's water coming out of that hole in the wall. Aunt Lou.
The chest. That's why it was wet. There was water in the room. It was full of water. It's filling up again. Jimmy, that's what wrong happened, Joshua. Oh, Jimmy, get that door.
Aunt Lou, push on it. Push hard. Look at the water. It's coming up fast. It's all around my ankles. Mr. Kent, help. Help, Mr. Kent.
Meanwhile, Superman, who went off to find Jasper Quinby at his home, has not been successful and has now returned to Horn House.
Jimmy Olsen. Jimmy, where are you? Miss Horn. Huh. That's queer. Wonder what's happened. Oh, maybe they're upstairs with Chris. Oh, Jimmy. Oh, hello, Tiger. Good dog. All right, Tiger. Now, keep out of my way, Tiger. Run along, find a bone. That's a good dog. Run along, will you? I'm looking for Jimmy and Miss Horn. Wait a minute, Tiger. What's the matter with you? Wait now. What do you want? Let go of my coat, Tiger. Tiger, drop that. Take your feet off me. They're all muddy. Now, wait. What is it, Tiger? What do you want, boy? Is Jimmy down in the cellar? Is that what you want? You want me to follow you? Great heavens. They're in trouble. That's what the dog wants. They're down in the galleries. Something's happening. Tiger. Good dog now. Good dog. All right, now, go on. Go on. Go find Jimmy. Find Miss Horn. That's a good dog. I'm right with you, Tiger. Go on. Go on.
Doggone you, Pete. I told you not to waste all that time. I couldn't help it, Quinby. Now, there's a good chance we're too late. The tide will be back in the chamber. Here we are. Here's the wall. Hey, Quinby, listen. What's that? Voices. Voices in the room. Pete, it's the kid and the old woman. Pete, they're in there and the tide's got them. Oh, Lord, Quinby. How'd they do it? They're caught. They're caught sure, Pete. Come on, get out of this. I don't want no part of it. We gotta get away. Listen, I hear a dog. Someone's coming. Run. Run back to the boat. Maybe the water comes in here too. Run, Pete. I'm getting out of here for good.
Tiger. Go on, Tiger. Where are they? Don't stop there. That's just a wall. Wait. Oh, great heavens. They're in the secret room. They're caught. They're drowning. Tiger, keep back, boy. This is a job for Superman, and I must work fast. Look out.
Jimmy, I'm coming. There we are.
Mr. Kent! Mr. Kent, I knew you'd come.
Quick, Jimmy. My heavens, it's a mill race. Run. Run back up the gallery. Miss Horn.
I'm all right. I don't need no help. Quick.
Come on, Aunt Lou. Mr. Kent, that's Jack.
Run on ahead as fast as you can. There's water coming all the time. Hurry, or we'll be caught. There they go. Now the chest. Just make it. Just in the nick of time. Oh, thank heavens they're out. Now up with the chest.
There, you drink your tea. I'm going up to see Chris. Is there anything more you want?
No, thanks. Got plenty, Aunt Lou.
Plenty here. And I can use a little nourishment, I'll tell you.
Before I go, Mr. Kent, I just want to say this.
No. Don't you say a word, Miss
Well,
Horn, please.
You got us out of that dreadful place. You brought back Captain Joshua's chest. And now, well, we've got the Horn family jade and
Yes, and Jimmy and I have a tremendous story for the paper. Don't forget that. Come on there, young fella. Get a move on. Get that tea down in a hurry. We'll go find the nearest telegraph office.
You betcha.
Everybody safe and sound after an exciting, almost fatal adventure in the mysterious galleries of Horn House. And another scoop for the Daily Planet is delivered by Clark Kent. But what's coming next? Already back in the Planet offices, another adventure is waiting. Thrilling, incredible. Tune in next time and follow the story of Superman. And remember, tune in the next thrilling installment of the transcription feature, Superman.
Up in the sky. Look! It's a plane! It's a plane! It's Superman!
Superman is a copyrighted feature appearing in Action Comics magazine.